Throughout history, people all over the world have told each other stories about how they came to be. Heroes and monsters, romance and tragedy, death and rebirth. Mythology helped shape the ancient world by explaining the inexplicable. This is mythology. Unleashed nautical legend is rife with incredible stories about mythical islands and hidden worlds islands that appear on no maps or vanish beneath the waves at dusk and arise in new locations upon daybreak. Or some that are hidden within the depths of perpetual hurricanes. And then there are tales of islands and land masses that suffered from cataclysmic events such as tsunamis or earthquakes that led to the utter destruction of the island and all who lived upon it. There is no more prominent example of such a fabled island nation lost to catastrophe than the Lost City of Atlantis. In roughly 360 BCE, the Athenian philosopher Plato described Atlantis, also known as Atalantis or Atlantica, as an idyllic utopia out west beyond the Pillars of Hercules and in the Atlantic Ocean, ruled by demigods and surpassing all other cultures of its time in terms of societal and technological advancement, complete with a powerful navy. Built homes and structures of black and red stone unlike anything found in the world. Structures in cities that surpassed even the great cities of Egypt. They even had access to rare metals and alloys, allowing for advanced technology featuring crystal and geothermal power sources. In the words of Plato, in a single day and night of misfortune, the island of Atlantis disappeared into the depths of the sea. As to how Atlantis ultimately perished, a number of explanations have been given depending on the story or theory being told. Some say it was due to volcanic activity that had undermined the foundations of Atlantis, leading to its collapse. Others say it was a series of earthquakes and Plato's stories of a far-off exotic island home to an advanced culture unlike anything the ancient Greeks had ever seen thrilled countless people eager to hear his words, but many who had heard of Atlantis often had the same list of questions: was Atlantis a real place? If so, where was it? And if there were no survivors of the cataclysm and no surviving artifacts or writings? Just how did Plato and others ever hear of Atlantis, as with all myths and legends? There have been attempts to explain, rationalize, or even prove the existence of Atlantis. The Atlantis of Plato's writings has been theorized to be based on an ancient Egyptian record of a volcanic eruption on the island of Thea circa 1500 BCE, famously known as the Minoan eruption. The Menon eruption on the known today as Sini was followed by a series of earthquakes and tsunamis that devastated various Minoan sites along the Sea, thereby perhaps giving rise to the legend of Atlantis. But the Santorini caldera is not beyond the Pillars of Hercules or Straits of Gibraltar as they are known today, instead existing in the Aegean Sea rather than the Atlantic Ocean, just one example of inconsistency with Plato's dialogues. And so we begin to see a trending Atlantis theories where far-off islands and land masses are considered as the basis for Atlantis and may bear some resemblance to the Atlantis of legend. Yet none of them fully match the description or geographic location in Plato's writings. In addition, Toscanini, other hypothesized locations of Atlantis have included Cyprus, Crete, Sicily, the Canary Islands, the British Isles, Iceland, Greenland, and even Antarctica. The Bermuda Triangle, a section of the Atlantic Ocean plagued with a supernatural reputation, has long been a popular hypothesized location for Atlantis, with some going so far as saying that Atlantis is what causes the supposed misfortune of any who pass through those waters. However, many theories of where Atlantis or what inspired it may arise. The truth is that no trace of a sunken island or city of that magnitude has ever been found. Even with Atlantis at its core was a cautionary story, a philosopher's allegory for the hubris of nations. Whether the island of Atlantis was a genuine place based on aerial place or was manufactured as an artistic depiction of a philosophical concept. The legend of Atlantis has inspired innumerable individuals across the centuries. The concepts of faraway countries, incredibly advanced nations, lost civilizations, and the like always seem to pique the imagination in recent times. Atlantis has appeared in numerous types of media, including books, gaming, stage, and radio productions, film, and television. Many times it is a subject of science fiction discovery and adventure stories, such as in Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or in Disney's Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Other times it is a mystical place thriving as an undersea superpower, such as in the stories of Aquaman by DC Comics. Though Atlantis is ultimately a mythological civilization, its impact on storytelling and imaginations can never be underestimated.